Here we go. Here we go. Strike. Check. Strike. Ultra. Ultra.
And some room to work. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and the first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker, and the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Here we go.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Schmidt got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Ready, ready.
A run for Pierce out of the gun. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Come on, set.
On 4th down, Schmidt, he finds his man, complete. It's Garza. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And getting this just shy of midfield. Spotted at the 40. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Logan Hall. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, partners, the first quarter too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
To try again after the sack. Mahomes. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 36. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And that's how you shake up the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
And the Jets are going to have a first and goal as he's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Mahomes now on the sneak. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 40, the 20, touchdown, Washington. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he could actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Handoff right side to Pierce. They find some open field here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Off play action. Schmidt. And it's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Schmidt. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Hardman on the return. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw.
They'll get this underneath to Madison.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
63 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. There's some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into territory. They go play fake. Mahomes. Towards the end zone for Brown. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Marquise Brown, 48 yards.
And the Jets have got it back to within a score.
Extra point put through by the second. Back within a touchdown. It's right on 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here. 1st and 10.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not lapping it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Azeez Ojulari
in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now back to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bumble, but they allow the conversion. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
They give to Chubb out of the gun. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Going out wide, finds Chubb. Touchdown, Jets. Nick Chubb from 13 yards out.
And the Jets are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point up and good by 6. It's back and forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1. Every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready, set.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
And Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Jets will take over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here.
Mahomes throw going into the hands of Williams. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding a hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
That's out to Chubb, complete.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes.
Here's Chubb, back-to-back catches for him.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yards than you expect.
92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. And Chubb will try the middle here. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. First and 10.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Second and 1 from the 2. Up the middle, it's Chubb. Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 70. And the Jets have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score. Extra point put through by Suckum. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here? Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Jets will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Azeez Ojulari able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You
don't deserve anything for that.
But you get credit for it. Is that how that works? Yeah. Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
139 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll run for it. Here's Here's Chubb. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
In motion comes the tight end left. Mahomes going to go on fourth down. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a two-score lead here in the third quarter. But now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up. But it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
We'll get this up to about the 44.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking. Carey wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hurry!
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down. They go play action here on first down. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Commanders in possession of the football, but they trail as we start this fourth quarter. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Schmidt. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Another completion there. And we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it? Not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
Back to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 16. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Amari Barno getting there to make the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
To throw on third down. Schmidt over the middle, complete. It's Pierce. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Tyquan Thornton from 4 yards out. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
The Jets on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's going to have the Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Chubb running right. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not going to be really see consistent. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
43!
They run it again with Chubb. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A gain there of 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. On On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
Yellow.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes dancing to his left.
Well, based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mahomes now to throw. And Brown's got it for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And they will take a 7-point lead. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Now a throw here, hauled in. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Finds command on the quick slant. And he's going to have the Commanders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Ready.
Off the play fake. Schmidt steps away to his left. And he can't get a throw out. He's taken down. Huge play at this point in the game. The defense rising to the challenge and sending him back on the sand. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. He's back to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Back to throw. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. give. This is Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Seconds kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Looking to throw. Schmidt. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again.
He gets this to Thornton.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33. They'll look to throw again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I know that pass was incomplete, but I'm awfully impressed with how he was able to maintain his vision, because normally when you break out to the left that way, it narrows everything down, almost becomes a half-field read. But he's able to still see the entire playing surface and try to connect all the way back to the right.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
A full left side taken in by Kmet.